Our hero immediately calls forth the Skeleton King to confront the monsters charging head-on toward him. The moment the Skeleton King materializes, he does not hesitate and instantly activates his god-slaying strike. Standing at a distance, he swings his sword in a vast arc, releasing the very first slash directly toward the Kunlun War Eagle. The attack lands with overwhelming force, and the monster is killed instantly without any chance to resist. As soon as the level 66 Kunlun War Eagle falls, a notification appears for our hero, granting him 13,200,000 experience points for the kill. Without allowing even a brief pause, the Skeleton King unleashes 2 additional sword slashes toward the remaining monsters. These blade waves streak forward at terrifying speed, crashing into the 2 beasts. The instant they are hit, both monsters are completely obliterated. Once those 2 enemies are defeated, their experience points are immediately transferred to our hero. The level 66 Kunlun War Lynx grants him another 13,200,000 experience points, while defeating the level 67 Kunlun War Python rewards him with 13,400,000 experience points. After eliminating the 3 monsters, our hero shifts his gaze toward the dungeon timer and realizes that almost no time has passed at all. Seeing this, he mutters in genuine astonishment that the Skeleton King's strength is simply overwhelming. Against enemies like these, the battles are nothing more than instant executions. However, the violent energy released during the fight does not go unnoticed. The intense shockwaves quickly draw the attention of other monsters deeper within the dungeon. Soon, a massive horde of Klan Lion monsters begins charging toward our hero at full speed. Their numbers are staggering, and they rush in from every direction simultaneously. Watching the swarm of lion monsters rapidly closing in, our hero speaks in a cold and serious tone, calmly ordering the Skeleton King to deal with them. The instant the Skeleton King receives the command, his demeanor becomes solemn and focused. Without hesitation, he activates the Elemental Rampage skill. As the ability takes effect, his body appears to disperse into countless tiny elemental fragments. In the next instant, an extremely powerful laser-like elemental attack shoots forward at high speed toward the oncoming lion monsters. As the attack reaches their formation, it explodes violently. Immediately afterward, continuous waves of elemental assaults begin raining down across the entire battlefield. Explosions erupt endlessly, devastation spreads throughout the area, and complete chaos engulfs the dungeon. Within moments, a flood of notifications begins appearing before our hero's eyes, informing him that a massive number of level 66 Kunlun War Lion monsters have been slain. Each of these enemies grants him 13,200,000 experience points, while those with slightly higher levels reward him with 13,400,000 experience points. Witnessing the sheer destructive power of the Skeleton King, our hero allows himself a faint smile and remarks that the Skeleton King's strength is truly terrifying. Everything in the area was annihilated in an unbelievably short amount of time. After all the monsters nearby are wiped out, our hero steps forward, preparing to advance deeper into the dungeon. However, at that exact moment, violent and powerful winds suddenly begin sweeping through the area. These fierce gusts carry countless particles mixed with gravel, causing our hero to take small but continuous damage. Raising his arm to shield himself from the storm, he speaks calmly yet cautiously, sensing what is about to happen, and asks whether the dungeon boss is finally about to appear. Just as he expects, the Klan Lion King reveals itself at that very moment. This creature is a Lord-level boss monster at level 75. Its strength and agility both reach 214,000. Its spirit stands at 152,000, and its constitution soars to 300,000. Among its abilities, it possesses the powerful Roar skill. The instant the Lion King appears, it fixes its gaze on our hero with uncontrollable rage. With wings spreading wide, it takes to the air and immediately unleashes its roar. Violent winds erupt across the entire battlefield, forming terrifying gusts that surge directly toward our hero. Hidden within those winds are multiple attack-type forces, all rushing at him at full speed. Before the Lion King's attack can even reach him, the Skeleton King leaps forward and blocks the assault head-on. Seeing the Skeleton King, the Lion King slashes with its claws and opens its massive jaws, biting straight toward the Skeleton King's chest. However, the attack proves completely ineffective. The Skeleton King has already activated absolute defense, causing all of the Lion King's strikes to deal absolutely no damage to his body. Immediately afterward, the two powerful beings engage in close combat. The Lion King and the Skeleton King exchange blows at extreme speed, launching relentless attacks against one another in rapid succession. Watching the battle unfold, our hero speaks calmly and confidently, stating that the two are not even on the same level and that it is time to end the fight. The Skeleton King raises his sword and prepares to unleash God's slaying slash. As the blade comes down and the attack is released, countless slashing waves surge forward, tearing through the Lion King's body. In a single instant, the Klan Lion King is completely destroyed. The moment the boss is defeated, a system notification confirms the kill, and our hero receives a massive reward of 78 million experience points. Immediately afterward, another notification appears, displaying our hero's current status. The interface shows his name and profession, a necromancer, classified as a unique class. His level has now reached level 60. His strength and constitution are both 50,473. His agility is 181 in 190. And his spirit is also 50,473. At the same time, a traits notification appears listing his abilities and attributes in detail. First, his equipment is shown. He is wielding the Scythe of Drenath, which grants poison immunity, lightning immunity, and a 50% reduction to elemental damage. Next, the Divine Power trait is displayed at level 60. A special item called the Divine Cauldron is listed but remains unavailable. His summoning space is fully occupied at 4,920 out of 4,920. Under Talents, he possesses Comprehensive Enhancement and Comprehensive Link, both classified as unique talents. His passive skills include Status Immunity and Damage Transfer. His active skills are also displayed. Lightning Undead Wings at level 4, Soul Flame Furnace at level 60, Corpse Explosion at level 7, Bone Armor at level 60, Bone Fangs at level 60, Bone Prison at level 50, and Poisonous Starburst at level 60. In addition, he has access to the rune skills Reinforcement and Concentration. Another skill, Killing Field, is shown but remains unavailable. As for summonable undead, he can call forth skeleton berserkers, skeleton sharpshooters, skeleton archmages, a Lick General, and the Skeleton King. After reviewing his status, our hero clears the dungeon and teleports out. The moment he reappears in the outside world, he speaks seriously, stating that the experience gained here is extremely abundant and that he will focus on leveling in this dungeon for a while. Turning back toward the dungeon portal, he stands calmly as the people outside stare at him in shock. Murmurs spread through the crowd as they recognize him as General Lin. Right before their eyes, he enters the dungeon once again. The moment he disappears inside, the crowd erupts into disbelief. Someone exclaims whether they really saw that, correctly questioning if General Lin just entered the dungeon again. More people quickly gather, unable to believe what they are witnessing. A woman remarks that, if she remembers correctly, General Lin had only entered the dungeon a short while ago. A man beside her agrees, pointing out that he came out in less than half an hour. Someone else at the back speaks in total disbelief, saying that even a full team would take over 10 hours to clear that dungeon, yet General Lin solo cleared it in under 30 minutes. The discussion grows louder as more people arrive. Some speak in awe of his overwhelming strength, while others voice hope, saying that with General Lin present, the future of the human race looks bright. After this, the story shifts to another location where Meng and Bai are currently staying. At this moment, Yan Guangsheng arrives. As soon as he reaches them, he walks forward with an extremely tense expression and speaks urgently, warning them that something has gone terribly wrong. Hearing this, Bai immediately turns around and asks in a grave tone what happened. Yan Guangsheng responds just as seriously, revealing that the Emperor has gone missing. The instant Bai and Meng hear this news, shock spreads across their faces. Sweat appears faintly on Bai's forehead as he asks in disbelief whether the old man is missing and if Yan Guangsheng checked Creation God Island. Standing beside him, Meng also speaks anxiously, stating that the Emperor would never leave Creation God Island so easily. Yan Guangsheng replies that he went there personally but was unable to find him. After thinking briefly, Meng speaks again in a tense voice, saying that something far beyond their expectations must have occurred. For now, they can only try to contact Zhang Yi. He emphasizes that the news of the Emperor's disappearance must not spread under any circumstances. With the Emperor gone, they will have to shoulder immense pressure from all sides during this period. The story then shifts to the upper space of the Eternal Trial Grounds. At this moment, Mohan and her teacher are moving forward at full speed. While flying alongside her teacher, Mohan asks curiously why they are heading to the Eternal Trial Grounds. Her teacher, Yan Yan, the strongest human of the human race, answers in an extremely serious tone that they are going to meet a powerful existence. Soon after, the two land directly in front of Dragon Antairs. Looking at the massive dragon, Yan Yan speaks respectfully, greeting Antairs on behalf of the human race. Feeling the overwhelming aura emanating from the dragon, Mohan thinks to herself in shock that this being's power is truly terrifying. At that moment, Dragon Antairs looks at Yan Yan and speaks in a sinister yet calm voice, remarking that the old fellow is still alive and even endured the rejection force of the upper space just to come here. He asks if Yan Yan has business with him. Yan Yan laughs softly and replies that their transaction has not yet been completed and that he would not dare to die before finishing it. Hearing this, the dragon laughs and asks whether Yan Yan has already found the dragon pearl. Yan Yan then retrieves a glowing box from his inventory and holds it out toward Dragon Antairs, confirming that he found it and wishes to complete the transaction. Dragon Antairs' tone softens as he says that the request can be discussed and asks Yan Yan to state his condition. Yan Yan's expression turns solemn as he explains that he wishes for Antairs to split off a strand of his will to protect his disciple, ensuring her safety until she becomes a half-step transcendent god-level powerhouse. He acknowledges that Antairs cannot interfere in human affairs, but believes this request does not violate his principles. Hearing her teacher's words, Mohan looks at him in silence, finally realizing the true reason he brought her here. After considering the request, Dragon Antairs shifts his gaze toward Mohan, lowers his massive head slightly, and speaks gravely, stating that the requirement can be fulfilled. However, with a serious expression, he senses something unusual and asks Mohan why she carries that boy's aura on her body.